Tom Holland and MGM comes a film that will give children nightmares for decades to come. When 6-year-old Andy Barkley gets a good guy doll for his birthday.
Hi, I'm Andy. What's your name? Hi, I'm Chucky, and I'm your friend to the end. How do
It
you
turns
know?
out to be more than anyone bargained for. Recently deceased serial killer Charles Lee Ray's soul has been transferred to the doll.
You stupid bitch, you filthy slut! Just you fuck with me!
Will you survive the bloodthirsty rampage of Chucky, the killer doll?
What's wrong? Gun jam?
You'll never play with toys again after watching Child's Play.
You wanna play?
Ugly doll. Fuck you.
And there's nothing innocent about Child's Play.
Good evening, psychos and scream queens, and welcome to How to Survive, a show about making it out of your favorite horror movies without getting brutally murdered. I'm Juliet Jolley, and joining me as always are the... I got it. I'm Juliet Jolley, and joining me as always is our other horror host,
Juliet Jolley. I mean, Kate Mancini. What's up?
Shut the fuck up. Stab that like button down below if you think you will survive tonight. We're gonna see just how hard it is to make it out of Child's Play alive.
That is true. We will be doing
Child's
that
Play!
tonight. I'm actually not scared. It's just a stupid fucking doll. I don't get scared of toys like a baby.
Wow.
So yeah.
My one pet peeve is people talking about Chucky like, fucking just pick him up, he's a doll.
Yeah, that's been like a prevailing like joke on the internet since like fucking the 2010s, and it's still going on. Like I saw a viral tweet the other day about like, I would just kick Chucky. No, you wouldn't. He's like the strength of a man, so you actually would.
I've seen
kick him and then it
TikToks
wouldn't
that
work.
are like, how likely it would be for me to survive these horror killers, and a lot of them are like 1 or 2, and then Chucky's like 10. He's a doll. What am I gonna? What? I'm gonna kick him.
Right. Which
like,
maybe
nah.
if it were like a situation where you're like in a room with Chucky, you know you're supposed to fight him, and then it's like, all right, and go. But that's not the situation. It's always he fucking sneaks up on you, and then like you're fucked by the time you even know that the doll is alive. So
I know. Well, anyway, we are going to be doing the entire Child's Play series in honor of Chucky Season 2, airing right now on Sci-Fi. We are not sponsored, but tonight we are covering the original recipe Child's Play, not the remake. Should we do the remake?
yeah, no, we're not doing the remake.
What do you think of the original Child's Play?
I think it's good. So I like the original Child's Play. I prefer the post 3 movies. Like I like Bride and Seed. Those are my favorite ones. But I think 1 and 2 are really good, just like slasher movies on their own.
I rewatched it high last night in a VR theater, and let me tell you, it might be my favorite one.
Well, that's because it's the only one you've
the
watched
series.
high in a VR theater. If you do that with all the other ones, you'll have another favorite one.
Because it's the only one I watched high in a VR theater.
Yeah.
But no, I think this one feels the most like a real movie, and I think that is due to kind of it being the least cartoony, because the other ones are like set in a cartoon world,
Right.
Really, and this one feels like an actual 80s film. It's like a horror spin on the Spielbergian family dynamic, hidden monster, blah blah blah. But it's the scariest. I think it's the scariest, especially when Chucky, his head becomes more and more human, and he looks fucking ugly as shit.
I think a big reason why he's the scariest in that one is because he's in it the least. A lot of that movie, you don't see him except for like little bits in the background here and there, and then eventually he's just kind of like a character. In all the sequels, he's just immediately introduced, which is like good. I would not want to deal with, 7 different fucking Chucky movies where I have to pretend to not know he's alive for half of it. Or I guess that did happen again. But, I don't want that happening with every single one of these movies. And I'm glad it doesn't. But I think him not just immediately being introduced as, look at the fucking doll, he's funny. It's like, benefits that first film. But I still prefer Bride and Seed just because it is in a cartoon world. And I think that's fun. But I think in terms of
it's also scarier, I think, because he kills people because he likes it. Like in the other movies, he kills people just kind of in his way when he's trying to like get his body in another body. But in this one, he's just like, let me kill people because it's fun. I love killing.
That's true.
Like when he's at the end of the movie, he strangles that police officer while his decapitated head is yelling, "Kill him! Do it! Kill him! Choke him!" He's a fucked up piece of shit.
Yeah, Chucky. Well, this is like the slasher franchise that has like the most like consistent continuity because it really just sticks with like stuff that's introduced in the first movie is still like being talked about in like the show even. And also Chucky maintains or remains a big fat piece of shit throughout every one of these movies. He stinks ass. I hate him.
When it becomes the Chucky show is when I start to love Chucky, but right now, and at least in these first 3 movies we're covering, he's a big fucking piece of shit.
He's still a bitch in those is the thing. He ends up, Bride and Seed, he's like the main character, and then in the end it's like, no, he stinks and he has to die because he sucks.
Anyway, what's the story?
So, there's a fucking kid and he wants a doll for his birthday, So there's a guy and then he is crazy and he's a criminal. He commits crimes and then he gets fucking killed. Don't worry, don't fret, because he put his soul into a doll before he died. And so now, separately, there's a little kid named Andy and his mother wants to get him something cool for his birthday. So she gets him a doll that she buys from a weird man on the street. She gives it to him and then, unrelated, supposedly, murders start to happen. But then it turns out it's not unrelated because it's Chucky. And Chucky, he's here, and then he dies. The end. Child's Play.
Awesome.
Yep.
And also there's a mom and a cop.
And there's a mom and a cop, and they're doing investigating and shit, and people don't believe Andy, and they think he killed people, even though he's like a normal, nice kid, and he clearly didn't murder anyone because that's an insane thing to think.
Before we get in the kills,
I
got one fun fact about this movie, and it is directed by Spider-Man. Can you believe it? It's directed by Spider-Man.
Oh my god, are you serious? It's directed by Spider-Man?
Yep, it's directed by Spider-Man.
Crazy. Wow.
Anyway, for each kill, we have a rating system of 1 to 5 bones. 1 bone, you're dead. 2 bones, you're unlikely to survive. 3 bones, it's a 50-50 chance. 4 bones, it's easy to survive and still a chance of death. And 5 bones, if you die, you are
a bitch.
Dumb.
And we hate you. And you're a loser.
I hate you. You deserve it.
And you deserve it. That's a big part of it. If you get a 5 on this show, you deserve to die. And we're like, not just glad, but like we're like thankful. We're like, thank God that piece of shit died. Fuck you.
Let's get our first kill?
Yeah, first kill. Let's go. Okay.
First kill is Charles Lee Ray, the titular
I forgot. Yeah, that doesn't
Chucky,
really count. But okay.
Played by Brad Dourif, who is shot by Detective Mike Norris in the butt, and then in the chest, and then bleeds out and explodes.
What is your way to survive this? My way to survive this is I would have previously known a voodoo guy, and he would have taught me how to put my soul into a doll, and then I would have done that.
Holy crap.
So that's how I would have survived it.
You wouldn't just not be the Lakeshore Strangler?
Oh, I also would not be like a Lakeshore Strangler who is then revealed in later films to also be a weird incel that paralyzed a baby earlier this night. So it's a 5 because fuck you, Chucky.
Yeah, it's a patented, this is really creepy, don't be evil.
Yes.
It's a 5.
It is a 5.
Fuck
but also to be
he
did literally survive, like he did survive it, so really this doesn't count as a death. I don't know why we're talking about this right now. He lived.
He dies.
But did he though? Or is he still fucking kicking in the year 2022? Whatever.
He needs to chill the fuck out. This movie, I think, is Chucky's least chill.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he is angry in this movie. In the rest of the movies, he's kind of like joking around a little bit. He's kind of jovial about it all. But in this one, he's just screaming and he's just angry. It's just shut the fuck up, dude.
No matter what!
I'm a doll! Shut up, no one cares. Bitch.
Why is he screaming, I'm a doll?
I'm a doll!
Next kill?
Next kill
is Maggie Peterson, played by Dina Manoff, who is hit in the head with a hammer and then thrown through a window to her death. How do you survive this one?
Don't babysit. Yeah, so this kill is like, I feel like, okay, so we're covering the entire franchise, and you're gonna notice, viewers, there's a pattern in the deaths here, and that Chucky is unstoppable and unkillable, and there's nothing you can do. If he wants to kill you, you're gonna fucking die. You're fucked. Unless you're Andy and, you're just kind of lucky, you're fucked. So, she kind of hears some weird noises, she sees some shit get knocked over, but she thinks it's the baby. She thinks it's Andy. So, yeah, she's kind of fucked, I feel like.
You failed to consider something, though.
What did I fail to consider?
That Aunt Maggie's a real bitch and she had it coming.
I thought she was cool, but if that's your real opinion...
Well, I didn't say that. Chucky said that.
Well, you said it, and I'm going to edit out...
Well, actually, Andy said it.
Since I'm going to do the
but
last
Andy was
pass on the
quoting
video,
Chucky. I was quoting
edit
Andy.
out any proof that Chucky said it, and I'm going to make it look like you said it. But yeah, if you think she's a bitch, we can raise it a little bit.
No, I think she's awesome.
Well,
no,
I had
that's
it as
not
a 1,
my...
but if you think it's like a 4 because you hate her so much, that's fine, I guess.
It's a 1. It's a 1. Sorry.
Fuck Chucky.
To Maggie
Next
Peterson.
kill. Sorry to Maggie.
Our next kill is Eddie Caputo, played by Neil Giantoli, who is, what?
No, he just has a stupid fucking name. He should change it or something.
He's blown up by Chucky. He's blown up by Chucky.
What way do you have to survive this?
It's such... Listen, okay.
Okay,
It should be a 1, because it's such a surprise kill, but he is evil.
Okay, here's the thing.
It seems like, at the beginning of the movie, it seems like he's a getaway driver for Chucky, but Chucky's not a robber. He's a strangler.
Yeah, so, okay, here's my... well, that's the thing. Why does he have a getaway driver? I don't understand. What do murderers have, getaway drive? I know, if he was a robber, that would make sense. But wouldn't he just drive himself away? Whatever. So
is he just are they buddies? What is the crime? Well, why are they just whatever?
Here's my. So I have 1. Is don't be evil. 2 is have an incredible sense of smell and know that there is a gas leak in your home. So not possible. It would be a 1, but I feel like it's bumped up a little bit because he is evil. But we also don't know how evil he is, so I have it as a 2.
I have it as a 3 because he's not only willingly friends with the Lakeshore Strangler, he is an accomplice.
That's true.
So,
that's true. Let's give it a 3. Fuck Eddie.
It's a 3. Fuck Eddie Caputo.
Well, wait a minute. Hold on. Pause. Should we give it a 2, though? Because even though he is evil, he's also killed by evil, so maybe that cancels out a little bit. What do you think?
He's killed by an explosion, so...
Okay, let's give it a 3. So
he's actually killed by his own gunfire.
That's true. That is true. He's killed by his house, actually, if you think about it.
Okay.
Yeah, so fuck Eddie, it's a 3. Next kill.
Next kill is John Bishop, a.k.a. Dr. Death, played by Raymond Oliver, who has his arms and legs snapped, and he's stabbed in the heart through a voodoo doll by Chucky.
Yep.
What's your way to...
Okay, so this guy, unlike Eddie, did not know.
Yep.
I don't think he knows at all that Charles is a fucking criminal. He's just
not at all.
Not at all. However, are you just teaching voodoo to anyone? You don't want to vet this guy at all? If you're gonna tell him how to transfer his body into dolls and shit?
Well, he might be teaching spirituality, and this is not into it. And Chucky is only learning it just for evil.
I guess. So. But does this guy have classes? I mean, not a lot of people seem to know that they can...
His only fuck up for me is he showed Chucky where he keeps his secret voodoo doll.
No, I don't think he showed him where the voodoo doll is. I think he made that voodoo doll.
No, Chucky's you shouldn't tell people where you keep these.
No, doesn't he go, you gotta keep it a secret or something? I think he made that. I think the implication is he made that.
No, that's his. That's Dr. That's voodoo doll of himself.
Okay, well then it's a 5, because why do you have a voodoo doll of yourself, you fucking idiot? Fuck this guy.
Maybe it's for something else. It's for something else.
Are you serious? If that is his voodoo doll, which I was under the impression it was not, it's a 5. Because why do you have a fucking voodoo doll of yourself?
Okay,
I would never do some shit like that.
Maybe it was just a voodoo doll and Chucky knew how to make the voodoo doll affect Dr. Death.
I guess, but in that case, then I still think, because in this universe, are there just a bunch of people who know about this magic stuff, or is he only telling Chucky about it? We don't really get
it's a bunch of people, because if you remember later, not only is it in a Voodoo for Dummies book, it's also on voodooForDummies.com.
That's true.
Just
There
in the
is
world.
the Voodoo
it's just in the world.
for Dummies shit. So maybe magic is just widespread in this universe. All right. right,
Yep.
fine. Still, don't have a voodoo doll of yourself.
Well, I was high, to be fair, but
Yeah, wait a minute. You were high, so how do we know this is not? I'm pretty sure Chucky made that doll, because why the fuck would John?
Okay, fine. We'll figure it out in the edit.
Okay, we'll figure it out
edit.
later, and then I'll put a little text on screen that said Juliet was wrong, and it's because she was high. Fucking, she didn't remember right. So what bones do you have this as?
It's a 1. It's a 1.
That's ridiculous.
It's a 1.
It's a 2.
What?
It's a 2.
Why is it a 2?
He's just teaching magic to anyone. Vet the people that you're teaching magic to. Like, do a little research. Be like, hi, how are you? What's your name? Okay, you're Charles Lee Ray. Let me do a fucking search real quick. Let me check
Search
out.
where? Search where?
What?
Search where in 1988? Search where?
The library. I don't know. Fucking don't just teach
Did
magic
they
to
even
anyone.
know he was... Listen, he had a moniker of the Lakeshore Strangler. I don't think anyone knew it was Charles Lee Ray until that night when he got tracked down.
No, that is you adding shit on. You're going, I think.
Nuh-uh.
No, you're
he
adding
had a moniker.
shit. You're
He had a
adding
moniker,
shit.
Lakeshore Strangler, Lakeshore Strangler. That means people didn't know. Honestly, they called in a tip.
That's not
Tiffany,
real.
look, it's retconned. Hey, it's retconned. It's retconned in the show. It's retconned in the show.
Is it really retconned in the show that no one knew?
Tiffany called in to the police and said, I know who the Lakeshore Strangler is.
Okay, it's a 2.
The day he died. Did you just say it's a 2?
It's a 1. Fine.
It's a 1. It's a 1. How would he know?
I'm still hesitant because he still taught him magic, and I don't think he should be doing that, but we'll give it a 1 for your sake.
How would he know?
I don't know. Just don't teach magic to anyone then, because they could flip that on you. So here's the thing. So he's teaching, let's say, to spirituality, but there's clearly he gave voodoo lesson day, and then Chucky picked up on it. So don't teach voodoo lesson day. Skip that day, and then you don't have people who can do it. Because if you teach, he clearly taught. He either here's the Bishop either has a voodoo doll on him of himself that he told a guy about, or he has a voodoo doll that Chucky just found. Either way, he has a voodoo doll of himself, or he taught Chucky how to make a voodoo doll, and now that motherfucker flipped it on him. Of course he's going to. Don't teach people how to fucking do voodoo dolls. It's a 2.
But how? He wouldn't have no clue that
see,
he
don't
was
teach
evil.
it to anyone. Don't teach it to anyone. Either he has a voodoo doll already, which is like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Or he's teaching voodoo lessons to people, which is what the fuck is wrong with you? Don't teach voodoo to people. Also, how bad of a judge of character is
you win.
he?
You win. It's a 2. You win.
Thank you. Next
Next kill.
Next kill.
Our final kill is Dr. Ardmore, played by Jack Colvin, who is electrocuted to death by Chucky.
Yes.
How do you survive that?
I have on my note, believe Andy, and then a dash about the doll killing people, ? I don't know. He's kind of...
It seems like, damn, you should really believe him, because Andy's putting his whole heart in that, and then you realize
he
when
thinks
it's about
that
a doll
he
killing
thinks
people.
that Andy is insane, and also like that his whole job is to take care of Andy because he's insane, according to what people are telling him. So it's like I think he's just fucked.
It's a 1.
It's a 1. It is a 1.
Sorry.
We actually that was not the last kill. We have one more kill, and it's Chucky again. And the answer.
No, we're not counting Chucky again.
What? We're not counting Chucky again.
We
We'll
don't count
Chucky.
the villains.
What? But okay, why do we do Charles Lee Ray then?
Because he died. He wasn't the
Chucky
villain
died.
yet.
What? Yes, he was. He was the villain always. Oh my God, Chucky. The last kill, he gets fucking destroyed
I'm
a
not
million
putting
times.
him in the tally.
Oh my God, it's going in the tally. I'm adding Comic Sans. Chucky.
I'm not putting him
he
in the
got,
tally.
Fucked up a million times.
What?
And the answer is
Are we
don't.
counting Chucky at the end of every single one of these?
Wait, no, I actually didn't count him in all of them. I just counted him in this one. Never mind. We don't have to do Chucky because I didn't do it in all of them. Chucky, he doesn't die. Whatever. Who cares? Fuck this movie.
At the end of these, we do our most survivable, least survivable, and average survivability. So, what is your most survivable?
You know the fucking answer to this. John Bishop, the voodoo man himself.
Wait, it's not Charles C. Ray from the beginning of the movie?
Oh, I forgot about him. No, because he's like, That's not actually.
Wait,
I guess that is the most survivable. Yeah, fine.
Yeah.
It's Charles Lee Ray in the
But
beginning.
even if you're not counting him, Eddie Caputo.
No, fuck Eddie. He didn't. Who is more? What is a more survivable death? A guy who shot a gun and it blew up his house, or a guy who taught someone voodoo and then they used it on him? Fuck John. I don't
Which is more
give a
survivable
shit.
death? Being targeted by a killer for being his friend and accomplice while killing, or unknowingly teaching someone that you didn't know was a killer voodoo because you do voodoo.
Yeah, you're
lessons
doing
or
a
some
lot
shit.
of work to justify the teaching voodoo thing as if that
One
is
of them
ridiculous.
is evil and one of them is not.
Okay, that is true. But if we're putting evil into it, then it's Eddie. But if we're just talking about like genuinely like survivability,
We decided on Bones. Eddie's a 3. Dr. Death is
did
a 2.
we have Eddie as a 3? Oh, I forgot we changed Eddie to a 3.
Yep.
Whatever. It's Charles Lee Ray anyways.
It's Charles Lee
fucking
Ray.
stupid ass. We hate him. What's the least survivable?
Least survivable? Probably Maggie.
Yeah, probably Maggie. Yeah, definitely Maggie, because at that point, there aren't even any murders. So.
Yep. I added up and averaged out all the kills, all the bones, and our average survivability for this movie is 2.4 bones.
Wow. So you're closer to not surviving this, but also shockingly more survivable than I was expecting because Chucky is like a sneaky little fucking bitch. So that Charles Lee Ray really threw off our average, I feel like. But
what's your creepiest moment?
My creepiest moment is the fucking million Chucky deaths at the very end when he keeps coming back. What's
I
your
have
creepiest?
multiple creepiest moments because I was high and I thought a lot of stuff was creepy.
Awesome.
My creepiest moment is the awesome set piece where Mike is in his car upside down, or with Mike in the car at all, and Chucky is trying to kill him. That shit was actually scary to me, especially when the car is flipped over and Chucky's just like running around being a bitch.
That's a good
scary
scene. Yeah.
And then honorable mentions for me are creepy burnt Chucky, especially when it's not the animatronic and it's a dude in a mask. That's scary.
Yeah, the whole him being burnt in general is anytime he gets like really fucked up in this movie.
But like
in
when
these
it's the
movies,
mask,
it's
it looks as scary to me as animatronic King Kong.
Okay, yeah, okay, interesting.
And then my other one that like actually got me was Alex Vincent, who plays Andy, crying when he says Chucky's after him.
Oh shit.
He's like full on crying.
Damn, that was creepy to you?
Anyway, people in the comments, choose which moment was the creepiest moment, and if you have another one, put it down in the comments below.
And then also let us know, did you survive? Did you survive Chucky? Do you disagree with our ruling? Do you agree so hard you gotta tell us about it?
Anyways, this was How to Survive, a show we do on new releases, old releases, and everything in between. Subscribe and hit that little bell icon so you don't miss any survival guides, and if you want to access these episodes early, you can see them at patreon.com/thisisreallycreepy, where you also get bonus content and uncensored episodes on gory movies we cover since YouTube doesn't like blood very much. What's your favorite scary movie? Tell us down below and we might cover that next. My name is Juliet Jolley.
And I'm Kate Mancini, and don't
and
get
we'll
killed by
see you
Chucky.
next time. We'll see you next time unless Chucky gets to you first.
Ah!
Stay safe, you guys. Good night. If Chucky wants to kill you, you're gonna fucking die. No matter what!
No matter what! I'm a doll!
He doesn't say that shit.
He does say that. It's actually in the delete the scene.